Hello everyone, welcome to Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles. It's been so long since I last made a video and I'm so happy to be back to make a video on this classic Sudoku that is taken from Sudoku GP Round 4, authored by Tyler Chen and Becca Chang from the US. It was an extremely hard set and I would recommend everyone to give the set a go. It is available on the World Puzzle Federation website, who conducts these Sudoku GP rounds. And about the round itself, there were 12 Sudokus and the total points were 780. So my strategy to this test was to start with this with a classic Sudoku, this 58 pointer, and then slowly move on to the harder ones by gaining some confidence. But I was just so tripped at by this classic Sudoku at the start. It took me 13 minutes to complete this Sudoku, and even with a guess, it took me so long because I couldn't find the crucial deductions to get through the Sudoku, and I kept on guessing. After one of my guesses turned incorrect, I retraced my step back, corrected back, and then again I had to guess, and then I thought at that point that this might be a good Sudoku to make a video on, because usually in GP rounds Sudokus should be solvable with pairs or triplets, and I felt that I missed something along the way. So I gave it a look later, and there are some interesting steps to the Sudoku that might be hard to see during the contest. So alright, let's move on to the solve now. The link to solve the Sudoku is in the description. Please do give it a try. Come back and watch the video. So let's start this now. The rules are each row, each column, and 3 by 3 box in the grid has digits 1 to 9 without any repetitions. So to avoid putting a lot of pencil marks at the start, which will lead us nowhere, I'll take you to the exact start that you need to see to solve the Sudoku. Of course, I didn't do it this way, or nor would anyone be able to do it this way. It's very hard to do it. You need to put a lot of simple pencil marks at the start, and then you can build on the Sudoku. No one solves, right to the point where you get some continuation. But I'm going to show you how to start the Sudoku. So look at this area: 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, and 4, 5, 8. 4, 5 can't be in these 3 cells, and 4, 5 cannot be in these 2 cells. So there is exactly 2 cells left for 4, 5. So I can lock a pair in here, and that gives me some corner pencil marks here, right? So after you do this, the next thing to see is look at column 1. 3 and 8 are already wiped out from these 3 cells, and there is also a 3 and a 8 looking at this cell, so which leaves me exactly 2 cells for 3-8 pair in column 1, right? And similarly, if you look at row 9, 3-8 can't be in these cells, and 3 and 8 cannot be here, so which means 3 and 8 has to be in these 2 cells. Right, now let's move on to find another pair which is equally harder, if not more. Look at column 8. 8 and 9 cannot be in these cells because of this, and 8 and 9 in row 8 prevent the 8, 9 from here, so which leaves us exactly 2 cells for the 8, 9 in column 8. Again, a really difficult pair to notice, because there are so many little things that you can do in the Sudoku. And by that I mean you can make, for instance, a pencil mark of 5 here, pencil mark of 2 in these 2 cells. There's so many things to do in the Sudoku. So after I make this 8, 9 pencil mark, watch how the 1 gets reduced. The 1 initially had these 2 cells as possibilities, and because of this pair, now 1 is pushed here. So 1 has to be in this cell. Right? 4, so 4 has to be here. And 1, let's go on with the ones. 1 has to be here, and 1 is not in this cell, so 1 is in these 3 cells, so that gives a 1 here. And look at this cell now. 4, 5, 9, 1 and 8 are eliminated, and 3, 6 and 7 are eliminated. So this is a hidden single, has to be a 2. So that gives me a 2 in box 7. And looking on 2s further, which yield nowhere, which lead nowhere. Right. So 5 and 9 cannot be in these cells, and 5 and 9 cannot be in row 8. So that puts a 5-9 pair in here. Now only these two cells are left, which must take 4 and a 6, right? 1, 2, 7, 3, 5, 8, and 9, 4 and 6. So 4 cannot be here. So that's a 6 and a 4. Now let's look at these two cells, 6 and 7, which cannot be deciphered yet. This is also a 6 and a 7. And I'm looking at column 9 now. 1, 3, 4, 8, 5, and 6. So this is a 7 and a 9 because 2 cannot be here. This is 3, 6, 7. Because I have a 4 pointing pair, so this would be 3, 6, 7. And 4 in box 4 has only one cell left, which is here, which puts the 4 here. Look at these two cells. It cannot be 1, 6, and 7, and 4, 5, 8, and 5. So it has to be a 2, 3, and a 9. This is not a 2. Just a second. I'm just making sure that the video is getting captured. Yeah. Okay, let's look at column 3 now. 1, 4, and 7, 2, and 8, and 3, 5, 6, and 9, right? So I have a 3, 5 here. This is a 6 and a 9. Okay, so I think this is more or less the point, that you need to find this interesting trick here. I'm not sure if there is something better in the Sudoku at this point. So if you guys can, try this from this point and try to find something simpler, I would be happy to see that. So the thing I'm going to show is, these are the cells which are interesting to me, and these are the cells which are going to play an effect, right? So I'm going to say that no matter what, this cell has to be a 6. Looks pretty random, right? Like out of the blue, you would have to deduce that it has to be a 6. And how do you do that? If you have a 7 here, this invariably becomes a 6, right? Now watch what happens if this is a 9. 9 in box 3 has to be in these cells, which means that 9 here forces a 6 here, a 7 here, and again this becomes a 6. So no matter what, this cell will have to be, row 7 column 1 will have to be a 6. So you can see the opposite of that. What happens if that's a 7? Let's put a 7 here. Then what happens is this becomes a 6, this becomes a 9. So 9 is not here, so 9 would be here, which means this will be a 7 again. So you have 2 7s now in row 7. So this is the continuation that I found at this point, solving the Sudoku at a later stage. Now I'm pretty sure that the author would not have intended this. There may be some pairs which I'm missing at this point, but I made some deep marking at this stage and I couldn't find anything else apart from this. So if this is indeed the trick, then I must be hesitant to say that this Sudoku must have been weighed much more than the 58 points, because this is not at all an easy step to see, a very, very tough one. So let's do that. Now this has to be a 6. Watch how the Sudoku disintegrates after you put the 6 here. You get a lot of digits. So once I get a 6 here, this is a 7, this is a 7. Instantly I get 2 7s, and also this this row can be completed fast now. 6 has to be here, which forces 3 4 pair, and that 3 gives all these digits. This is 8, 9 and 7, and this can complete this 3. So let's now look at column 9. The 9 in this column has to be here, so I have a 3 9 pair here. This would have to be a 2 now, and this is 8, and this has to be a 2, right? So once you get the deduction, you can see that row 8 got completed fast, then box 9, then column 9, and then box 3. This is a 6 or a 9 in row 1, and you have a 9 in this cell. So that's a 6 and that's a 9. And now this can be finished. That's 9 and that's 5 because of this 9. This would be 3, 6. Okay. B4, 5, 8, and I have a 5, 8 here. This is a 4, which puts a 4 here. Means this is a 5, 8. Okay. Now I'm looking at column 6. 1, 4, 5, 6, 8. So 2, 3, 7, 9. Now you can't have 3, 7 or a 2 here. So this cell has to be a 9. That puts a 9 and a 3 here, which gives a 6 and 3 here, which finishes column 1. Let's complete this. 5, 8. This is 1, 2, and 6. Can't be 6, so cannot be 2. This is 2, 7 for this column. This is 5 and 7. Yeah, so look at this. These 3 cells must be 2, 3, 7. This is 3. This is not a 7. This is not a 2. Oh, I said this is 3, right? Oh, no, I meant to say that this cannot be a 3. This is a 2, 7. This would be a 2, 3, and this would be a 3, 7. Now I'm looking at row 6. 1, 2, 6, and 7. So this is 1 and 2, and this is 1 and 7. Okay, so 6 can be placed in this box. Has to be here, and that forces 6, a 1 and a 2, which forces a 3, 7 and a 2. This is 5. This would be doable now. It's the 9, 7. Let's finish this. 3, 3, 4, 5, 4, and 1 and 5. Now the Sudoku should be doable. 5, 5, 8, 8, and oops, sorry. I'm just rushing through now. 5 gives a 5 here, 8 here. So I have 4, 7, 8 remaining here. So this is 7, 8, and a 4. And with that, I've completed the Sudoku in roughly about 10 minutes. So to conclude, I think till the point that 8-9 pair was deciphered, it was fine, but beyond that point, this trick was, I don't know what to call it. What is that called? I don't even have a name for that. Maybe, in a twisted way, skyscraper logic or something, or, something related to a kite, maybe. I'm not sure how to name it. So I would request the solvers, after finding the 3-8 pairs in column 1, row 9, and the 8-9 pair in column 8, did you do something differently to complete the Sudoku apart from this? If yes, please do share your thoughts in the comments, and I'd be happy to see what you guys found, because I couldn't find anything else. And stay tuned for more videos from us. We are planning to do another Sudoku from GP, probably liar odd even, and then maybe an expression Sudoku, and we're also planning to cover one Sudoku from Sudoku Mahabharat round, which was also hard. There was a diagonal skyscraper which looked really hard, so we'll try to make a video on that. We're slowly trying to get into the schedule of posting videos again, because it was a long break where both of us got busy, Ashish and myself, and never could get back to posting videos. Now we're slowly trying to start a schedule, so please be patient with us. You will see videos here and there from us from now on, but to get into a regular schedule, it would still be some time, but I hope you give us the support like you did earlier. So if you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. We'll see you soon again. Bye bye.